I'm Sarah with sarahscoop.com, and today I have special guest Dr. Susan Harrison here to give us the scoop on how to build your confidence both in real life and online. So you can start by sharing some tips with us about how to build confidence just in everyday life.
I'm sorry. I was just here for the free food. I don't have any confidence. I'm just messing with you.
So you got jokes to start us off.
Look out, I've got dad jokes all day long.
So is this one of your confidence tricks? Tell jokes?
No. But that's okay. I just like to throw people off. Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go.
We're all
Should
ready.
we keep going? All right. So confidence, some of it is about portraying even if you don't feel it. Portraying what you don't necessarily feel, because then you're going to get there. I have heard so many people say, oh, please don't fake it to make it. That is so not real. Yeah, it is. And I will arm wrestle anyone who says it's not, okay? Because it totally is a real thing. And I know because I've done it. There have been times whenever my confidence fails a little bit. You and I talked about this a little bit earlier, where movie stars kind of make me a little nervous, right?
So how do you handle that?
Yeah, a little bit nervous.
So when people are in uncomfortable situations, how do they, like, what should they do?
So we have to psych ourselves up. We have to say, oh, no, I got this, I got this, I got this. I'm just as good as him. Well, maybe not him, but I'm really good. Like, I'm good enough. I'm good enough, darn it. And you got to tell yourself this stuff. And it sounds silly because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm not going to repeat that kind of stuff because that doesn't really work. Yes, it does. Again, it works, those affirmations. So yeah, there are times whenever I, as a confidence expert, still lose a little bit of my confidence. So I have to, all right, you got this. You totally got this.
And so you're an author, like
yes.
You've written things, and I'm sure you have some words of wisdom when it comes to confidence. What are a few things that you recommend people tell themselves?
Well, I would say that I'm good enough is a huge thing, because people that I coach often feel like they are not good enough. And that is where it stems from everything. And so they're not really themselves. They don't let themselves out there. And then they don't fully enjoy life. And I am all about grabbing the gusto. So let me give you another tip. Okay. This is something that I live every single day. You ask everyone that's close to me, and it is the truth, which it all is. But anyway, I made up the rest of the stuff. But this next thing is true. So the comfort zone, get out of your comfort zone every single day. And every single day I think to myself, should I do that thing? Yeah, I'm gonna do it, okay? Because at first I'm like, no, oh no, I can't do that. Yes, I can. So for me, it might take more than someone else, because I need more to get out of my comfort zone. But other people, for them, going to the grocery store and saying hello to strangers can be, hi, I can't believe this is the night of that guy. I don't even know him, right? But for me, it's like, hey, I turn to people at the grocery store all the time, and when I see them again, and I say, are you following me?
So what does that do when it comes to your confidence?
Oh my gosh.
Getting out of your comfort zone, how is that associated with building confidence?
Oh, it's so good. So it helps you in so many ways. But as far as building your confidence, whenever you are afraid to do something, a lot of times it's because you're afraid you'll make a fool of yourself. Mm-hmm. So if you kind of get into the habit of getting out of your comfort zone, then you already feel a little bit like you've made a fool of yourself, even if you haven't. So then when you actually do, it's okay. I have an example.
Yes, I'm ready. I want to hear it. Tell me the example.
So a friend of mine, I'm watching her speak, and I'm a speaker. And so I'm standing in the back of the room, and I'm watching. There's about 60, 70 people in the room. And I'm in the back, and she says, hey, Susan, see that chair right there? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, can you bring that? This is in front of everybody. She's just like, can you bring that around and bring it up here? Sure, we help each other out. So I leave this door, I come in this door, and I would act this out for you, but I don't know if we have enough room here. And I come in this door, and I bring the chair, put the chair down. Immediately, my heel gets caught.
Oh, no.
Like it's in slow motion. And I am under the table, but I instantly pop up like this. Okay, maybe my arms go a little higher when the jacket is a little looser, but it's like... And the whole group applauded and laughed, and it was good. And I didn't even turn red. And it is only because I get out of my comfort zone.
Yes.
And I have more. Do you want more?
Of course.
Okay, so I had this really fun car wreck.
Oh.
I know. So, all right, the car wreck
Susan, we gotta work
wasn't
on
that
fun. The definition of fun.
That's the next segment.
Yeah,
we'll get to that next. So the car wreck itself wasn't that fun, but right after, got out, started talking to the guy that I had anyway. That guy that hit. So, but we started talking and he was great. And then the police came and oh my gosh, we had a little curbside picnic. No, not a picnic, but it was fun.
Yes.
We had so much fun. We didn't actually eat anything, but we had a great time. We just started laughing. I started harassing the policeman. He started harassing me in a good way, okay, in a good way. And we just had a great time. I got one more. You want one more?
Yes.
All right, so I had a really fun surgery.
Fun again. Is this how you build your confidence, thinking these things are fun?
No, they really become fun. But so a lot of confidence is attitude. It's how you go into different things. So you can go into something such as a car wreck and think, oh, okay, my day is completely ruined now. My day is completely ruined. And you can just have this horrible attitude and be just crazy about it. Or you can say, how can I make this car wreck better? I'm going to have fun with these people. So I did the same thing in my surgery. I was a little bit nervous, right, because it's surgery.
Oh, yes,
I got a pacemaker. Nothing's wrong with my heart, so don't be afraid. You can scare me later on if I'm walking by, okay? That's fine. But so I'm in this surgery, right? They put up this thing, you know, right here, because it's right here. So I'm like, I can't see anything. So right there, a little tiny claustrophobia just for a second. And then I went, okay, all right, I got this, right? One of the things I say to myself, I got this. And then they started, and the next thing you know, we start harassing the doctor who's working on me, which by the way, in hindsight, I realize is not really a smart idea.
Maybe not.
But we just started having such a good time. All the people that were working there, we were cracking jokes. And then at the very end, I said to the doctor, I said, will you do me a favor? And this was only meant to be funny in the room, all right? Here's what happened. I said, would you do me a favor? Would you go outside and would you tell my family that's waiting that I didn't make it?
No.
I know, isn't that horrible? They all laughed. They thought it was hilarious, but it wasn't supposed to really happen. So he didn't actually do it, but he went out and told my family. She said I was supposed to tell you that she didn't make it. So I got harassed for a while after that. But you know, I just like to have fun. I like to make the most out of every moment that I can because we don't have that long, really.
Right.
And so I'm not going to waste it not being confident. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to have fun. And that's what I try to teach other people. Not that they have to go as wacky as I am.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask. So what are your just easy tips? Because there's a lot of people that you're obviously outgoing, confident person. What about people that aren't quite there yet?
Well, I will tell you, I wasn't always this way.
Okay.
I made the decision to be like this because I want to have that better life. So I would say a big tip is to decide what kind of life do you want to have. And the way that you do that too is you look back and you see what kind of opportunities and things have I missed out on just because I didn't go for it. That job that I didn't go for, that date I didn't go for, the opportunity to do something different I didn't go for. What kind of things did I miss out on? And then it's like, no, I've decided I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to go for things. And so I would say make the decision you're going to live your life like that. Get out of your comfort zone. Examine your attitude. What is your attitude like? Do you have a good attitude? Because a lot of people think they do and they don't. So really look at that and think about what do I say to myself? What am I saying to other people? Do I complain? Because if you are a complainer, if you're a whiner, if you're all of these things and you're not even aware of it, then you're probably not going to have that confidence. You're not going to go up to that next level. So it's really important.
And do you have just like a few things people can do every day that could help them, like a few practices they could do?
All right, so I do this thing at Target, which you can actually do anywhere.
Okay.
True story, true story. Okay, so I walk into Walmart or Target and I walk around like I'm a model. All right, so for some people it might be the scientist walk, okay? Whatever it is that you're insecure about. So I've always been insecure.
So you pretend the aisles are your runway?
No,
Okay.
but nice try. So I've been insecure about how I looked. So if you're insecure about how smart you are or whatever, you can make it be whatever you want. So for me, it's like a model, like you know, like an airbrushed kind of model. So I like picture that for myself, like I'm like totally airbrushed, and you know the ones like this, you know that kind. So that's what I think of, and so I'm going to walk with the grocery cart, and I'm going to think, all right, this is a model on her day off. So a model on her day off is probably not like this, cowering and looking down and feeling insecure. Oh no, her head is up. She is smiling, maybe not consistently because that looks ridiculous. But she is smiling and she's looking at other people. Maybe not constantly, but if she happens to pass someone, she'll say hello and she'll keep walking. She'll walk with strides instead of really slow and insecure, and her chin is up. I do this to myself sometimes whenever I'm out in public. I will notice that I'm doing this and I will physically go like this, bring that chin up. So the other thing with confidence is you've got to look the part. So think about it. What does a confident person look like? I'm just going to ask you, put you on this, give you a question. What's one of the things that a confident person does? You know it when you see it. Oh, that lady is confident. How do you know?
They seem happy.
Seem happy. So what shows that someone's happy?
The smile.
Yeah.
You said not to wear all this.
Right, that you can't just wear all the time because that's ridiculous. Right. So yes, so they're going to smile. What are they going to do with their eyes?
They'll have them open, be looking around.
Well, they will have them open.
Well, some people
I have to harass you. I'm sorry.
Bright-eyed. They have eye contact. They're giving
Yes,
people.
eye contact, and again, not creepy.
Yeah.
When does it get creepy?
Now.
Is it? Okay. Just checking where the line is. It's good to know. All right. So yeah, they're going to use eye contact, and they're not going to be afraid to talk to other people, to start a conversation. It's another tip for confidence. I recommend to the people I coach, I say, hey, why don't you start a conversation with someone in the grocery line? You're checking out anyway. You're waiting. Instead of playing on your phone, talk to someone else.
So that is a wonderful transition to what I wanted to ask you. So
Yay.
You said playing on your phone. People are so engrossed with social media and just everything online now, but it can also be hard for people that don't have confidence because now they not only have it in real life, but also on social media. So how do you suggest people have confidence when they're posting online as well?
I find it very interesting because you know how people will post nasty things, and whenever no one knows me, so I'm just going to post this nasty thing, right? Well, I would think that whenever they go on social media and they are even being videoed or that sort of thing, that they would be more confident even if they aren't more confident in person. But it doesn't work like that. They are the same. And so what I recommend is that they look at what does a confident person look like, and they think about it, like what we talked about, and then that's what they do. One other a tip is you lower your voice just a little bit, not like this, hello. You don't do that because that's ridiculous. Hello. Okay, so I combine those two things. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at that camera and you're going to really look at it, and you are going to lower your voice just an octave, and you are going to use good hand gestures or, none, but better to have hand gestures in the frame. So you don't want to be like, and I was telling you, right? You can't see this hand. What's this hand doing? I don't know. Jazz hands. Anyway, okay, so.
So I should be like.
Maybe. Now, if you are sitting at a table, I want to give you a bonus tip.
Yes.
All right, so bonus tip. If you are sitting at a table and you are doing social media, you want to have your hands on the table if you want to seem like you're an expert that knows what you're doing. Right?
Okay.
Because if you go like this, it doesn't look like you are as confident as you may be. It's very interesting psychologically. It does something. So put your hands up. Now, if you're talking to someone in person and you don't want to be intimidated, maybe this person's intimidated by you, you might put them down. But otherwise, you're going to put them up and you're going to show, hey, I know what I'm talking about.
With social media, like with building confidence also, I mean, on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, people compare left and right. They compare what they see with other people, and I feel like that can really affect their confidence. So how do you recommend people deal with that?
That is so good. Absolutely right. So if you compare, the comparison game is a dangerous game, as you know, because you're never going to compare with everyone. You're never going to then be good enough. So you've got to stop that and you've got to say, yeah, I'm different. I'm not like these other people, and that is a good thing. So you want to embrace that uniqueness. Now, I do give a tip to people and I say, listen, when you're on social media, be yourself, but your best self.
It's a highlight reel.
Right. So myself might, and this is actually not me, but myself might like to curse all the time. Well, keep that self over there, and then you be your best self on social media. And remember who is seeing this. And you want your audience to see you as a force. So if you're going to be a force, you want to make sure that you're using that eye contact. You're leaning in just a little bit. You're tilting your head just a little bit to let people know, no, I'm for real. So that's on the videos. But when you're just putting out something, look at your language. What are you using? Is that something that a confident person would say? And if you are not sure, don't post it yet. Get someone that can help you to just look at it. Let them know what you're trying to do, and that's going to help you too.
And then for people, I feel like people try to build some sort of online profile and maybe they already lack the confidence and then they get a negative comment. How do they handle that?
Oh,
or how should they handle
they should
that?
quit.
No.
So you are going to get a negative comment, and it's just like in life, not everyone's going to like you. Can you believe it? There's somebody out there who doesn't like you?
No.
I can't either. So you're that exception. But everybody else, everybody else, we have somebody that doesn't like us, and maybe several somebodies, and that is okay. You know that my worth and your worth and everybody's worth is not dependent on what other people say about us, do to us, what we do, what mistakes we've made, or what we say about ourselves. Because your worth is inherent. It doesn't matter. All of those other things do not change that you're worthy. And so that's what you want to put out there, and that's what you want to remember. And then if I read a negative comment, I will admit that at first I go, oh, and that's okay. Because if you don't, and you're just like, I don't care what they say, well, then you're a liar, first of all, and you need to get yourself under control here, because you need to be human and be like, you know what, that does kind of hurt. I don't like that.
And accept it and move on.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. And sometimes it's true. Sometimes what they say is true, or sometimes it used to be true about you, and so it's going to hurt even worse. So you've got to just say, hey, you know what? I don't know this person.
Yeah.
And that has helped me a million times. When I went to the grocery store, I know this isn't social media, but and this Sacker, he was like 16 years old, and I said something to him, and I think it hurt his feelings. And for 3 weeks, this is before the Susan now, right? For about 3 weeks, I was so concerned about what this boy thought of me and whether or not I hurt his feelings. And then one day I woke up, I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I cannot be concerned with what he thinks. I mean, I want to be a nice person, but I don't want him to rule my life. And I think that's what we do on social media, is we let those naysayers rule our lives. And that's what we don't want. My biggest tip that I have probably is attitude. You have to have a good attitude when you are going to be confident. How many times have I talked to people who don't have that part, but they think they do? Are you negative? You need to ask yourself. So do you have a good attitude? And just really think about it. That is huge for confidence. Another one that I have that is probably my favorite is to act confident. People will say you don't need to act confident or act fake it to make it, right? They will say that, but they're wrong. Because acting confident is a huge part of becoming confident, because you get to feel what it is like to be confident. What does it look like on you? You get to kind of try it on. So a few of those things would be having good eye contact, not creepy, lowering your voice just a little bit, walking with good posture. What does a confident person look like? They're gonna smile. A bonus tip to that is put your hands on the table if you want to look more confident. This does not look as confident. It's a strange thing, but it's true. Another one that I have is to find the humor. When you can find the humor in situations, life is a lot more fun and you can have a lot more confidence. When you are so concerned about what other people think about you, you just can't have as much fun. So this blends into your worth is inherent. Your worth is inherent. No matter what you've done, what's been done to you, what you've said about yourself, what people have said about you, this doesn't matter, because it doesn't change your worth. It might matter on another level so you can work on yourself, but it doesn't matter as far as whether or not you are good enough. Because you are, just because you are. Think before you post. This goes along with think before you speak, but it is more about what you put on social media. You want to make sure that you don't sound whiny on your posts, that you sound confident. And if you aren't sure what that looks like, ask someone. Make a post and have someone that you think is confident look it over and tell you if you're on the right track. You won't have to do this forever, but it is huge because if we just post what we're feeling and what we're thinking right then, we're not always going to look confident, and we're definitely not going to be confident.
Perfect. So really, you've given some great tips. It's all about building confidence by believing in yourself and just having a positive attitude.
Yes, those are huge, huge for confidence.
So thank you so much to Dr. Susan Harrison for
You're
being
welcome.
with us today and sharing such wonderful tips. So hopefully everyone can take those tips and build their confidence online and offline.